Ramus got the smiteless blue and Heck was just sort of wandering around. I mean, that was just compounded by the fact, oh, here we go, we're into the next game. So,
Yeah.
on to game 3.
But Heck definitely had a bigger presence in that game than the Ramus. Which is to be expected.
Immediately.
So we're seeing Diana and Zach being banned out immediately due to their effects in the first game. Amumu being banned as well, just because, you know, Amumu. And Blitzcrank getting banned by purple team this time. Didn't want those grabs coming down. Don't to expect anything.
Yeah, but we didn't actually see Blitz used a huge advantage last game. Like, there were a couple of good hooks. Like, he hooked the Ramus.
He got that good hook on Thresh by Dragon, which was quite nice.
But at the end of the day, I don't think the Blitz hook was what lost them the game.
And then we see Thresh picked up instantly by HTC there. And I think he's been picked all 3 games.
Have we got the hyper carry coming out?
Wait for it playing Cogma here, actually. I haven't... it's not a hero I've seen him play a lot of. I'm not sure if he's been practicing and it's a bit more comfortable on him now. So looking forward to seeing this. We do see Triss banned out on the other side, so...
Well, no, they... wait for it. The Down Under Dream Team banned Trist.
Oh, yeah, my apologies, they did. Perhaps they're thinking there that maybe they want to force Misraid into playing Kate if he's not comfortable, because if he doesn't, then just that range advantage on Cog late game is going to be quite big.
Yeah. And he scales a lot better late game.
Seeing Hankram picked up again.
Might be hyper carry because hyper carry in this time around, guys. So I might see a Vayne versus a Cogmore now. Early game, I'm not too sure personally who would take that away. It just really comes down to their supports, I suppose. But
at the end of the day,
is a very fragile champion. Very, very fragile champion.
Yeah, but the thing is that Vayne, you know, if Cog plays it well, he can dominate the Vayne. Like, the invis is countered by the ult. He's got a slow. He's got excessively more range. But I'd definitely be favourite Cog more, like, if it's played well.
You know, as I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wait for it play Cogmore here, because I haven't seen him play much of it before. But, you know, it's just, as we say, hyper carry versus hyper carry here, 2 heroes once it gets to late game are just going to absolutely shred people. We do see the Lux picked up by Slater here, which just means, I mean, Lux is one of those champions that once the game gets on a bit, if you drop your combo on the AD carry, just can drop sort of 70% of the HP right away.
Yeah, we've got the Janna pick as well, which is kind of like, you know, I'm going to shield my hyper carry, give it a bit more damage, I'm going to knock up everybody trying to kill my hyper carry, and then I'm going to knock everybody away from my hyper carry. Like,
yeah,
pretty safe pick.
And then I'm going to kill my hyper carry.
Yeah, just one of those, if you're playing a hero like Cog who doesn't have, I mean, he's got that slow, but he doesn't have the greatest escape mechanisms, you really want a support that can offer you quite a lot of peel, and that's exactly what Janna does. And she's got the slow, she's got the knockup, she's got the shield, and ult, I mean, all the skills.
Interesting pick of Nocturne.
I guess they just want, I don't know, maybe perhaps the Lux plus Nocturne just to drop down someone.
Yeah, so that's a very all-in pick. Like, they're going to be looking to, you know, catch that ADC out, boost in, pick them off. But, you know, with a Cog, I would have thought you'd see somebody who can do a bit more peeling.
Yeah, and interesting there, Black Templar, Rob just told us that, yeah, Wait for it hasn't actually played a lot of Cog, only a couple of ranked games, and hasn't played in a little while. But I mean, perhaps he could have played practiced some scrims or in some normal games. We don't really know.
And there goes the Singed again. So we're going to see Zed mid against the Lux and Singed top. And Malphite
yeah,
pick.
I think an interesting pick in ban fates there. It seems like Down Under Dream Team has allowed HTC to pick up heroes that they're very, very comfortable playing. Because I do think Misrat has played a bit of Vayne before. I might just check that quickly. But, you know, we see that Singed again, we see Thresh again, we see Hecarim again, all heroes which they've sort of played quite well with previously.
But it's an interesting pick getting that Malphite in there. So we assume he's going to go to the top lane versus a Singed.
And
doesn't really play to Malphite's strengths there.
No, like I'm not actually too sure about Down Under Dream Team's team here. I mean, maybe they just want the full hard engage onto the AD carry, you know, the Malphite ult into Lux ult into Nocturne ult. But it feels to me that
Cog long range cannon.
It seems to me that like if they don't manage to get that early pick on someone, that they're just going to get ground out in a team fight.
Well, because you got a Singe, like your burst isn't going to take him down. You got a Hecarim who's going to be jumping into the middle of your team. Like you got two very strong frontline people there. You got Singed and Heck, get right in there. You got Zed, jumping in with his shadows, his ult, throwing out a whole lot of burst, and then you've got Hecarim peeling for your ADC and hooking.
I just had a look up there for Misrat. His fourth most played 80 carry and ranked is Vayne, so he does have a lot of experience there playing him. And yeah, I mean, Zed as well. We've seen it. I mean, if anyone's been watching the LCS and stuff, we've just seen him absolutely dominate games.
So let's look at his team comp, guys. What do you think about the blue team's team composition? It seems there's a lot of peel, there's a lot of disengage, but there's a lot of engage as well.
Yeah, I quite like their team just simply because once it gets to late game, you've got Zed who can just, if he goes all in on that Lux or the Cog, I mean, Janus Peel isn't going to do a whole lot if he just drops Deathmark and completely bursts him instantly. And also that Hecarim, that Singe, that Vayne, all heroes who seem, I mean, Singe and Vayne scale extremely well. I mean, Zed quite decent as well. And just on the other side, I mean, sure you've got that Cog for late game, but it just feels to me that if they don't get that early pick in a team fight, it's going to go badly for them. I don't know, but down on the Dream Team, they've had a lot of experience. They have made it to the top 4, so they may very well have practiced this team, and they know something that I don't.
Yeah, absolutely. It might just be one of those really hard engaged champion roster picks. Malphite, unstoppable force into the paranoia, into the CC, the chain CC, and then it goes into the final spark, and then then Kog'Maw just right clicking to win down back there.
Definitely, I think that's one thing we should be looking for this game is one thing to pay attention is that Malphite ult. That's going to be absolutely critical because if that ult isn't used to full effect, then I just don't see there's any way of them winning team fight. Yeah, and you're exactly right with that. Talking about HTC's engaged there. I mean, they've got that Singe who can just turn his ult on plus sprints. They've got Hecarim who can just sprint and ult in onto that Cog, and that Zed who can just living shadow into Deathmark from range and just completely drop Cog as well. So I know a lot of it's gonna be on wait for this game, how well he can play defensively against a team like that.
Absolutely, and I suppose we are in the champion loading screens now, guys. So here we go. Look at the skins right now. Oh, HTC always winning the skin wars. Fully skinned team yet again, guys. There is no chance left. There's no chance left at all. But instead now Dr. Faggot is not on that Rammus. Why do you think he switched from a support champion into a carry champion, man?
He probably just felt like he couldn't do much last game. Like, he didn't have much of an impact, so it's probably just off the back of that. He wants to get something where he can actually make plays. And don't get me wrong, Rammus, you can definitely make plays, but Nocturne, you just R-click someone and then they die.
And here we go, we're into the game here. And once again, we see HTC grouping up and going for that invade.
Always moving as a unit, one team. I want to. Do you know Dr. Faggot personally?
No idea.
I wonder why he named himself Dr. Faggot. Like, did he spell Nugget wrong? Did he spell Nugget wrong? I think. Dr. Nugget? I'd name myself Dr. Nugget. But I prefer my real name, so.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Who knows, it's just one of those things.
One of those things, right?
Apparently, maybe from the hangover. I don't know, just some helpful comments from Robert there. Don't actually.
Ooh. Man, that has to be the ugliest Cho'Gath. No offense. Wait for it. There are nicer Cho'Gath skins. Then one that makes him look like an
There's actually a bit of a level 1 fight that went down that I missed there. Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's all right. Just a little bit of a exchange. No one went down. Nothing major. But down at the Dream Team and HTC were forced to go back, recall back into the bases, recover some health.
Yeah, and we do see actually Flash burnt on both Janna and Malphite there.
Absolutely.
On the other side, we see Ignite's gone down from Zed and the Sprint's gone down from Heck. But all in all, I'd say HTC probably got better at that because 2 flashes down, that's 2 big cooldowns.
Absolutely.
Sprint and Ignite.
But looks like the junglers.
Once again, Hecarim smites low.
I suppose it's those transition phases. No, people aren't used to having to not smite blue in season 3. Season 3 is all about smiteless leashes, but
yeah, I bet as well that it's more common to get sort of the smiteless blue if you're on the purple side because you've got both your AD carry and support there who can just burn it quickly and not miss out on ECS. Whereas if your top laner helps you on blue side, you're probably going to miss your first 1 or 2 creeps.
that's true, and you know every creep makes a difference eventually. But it might be that he's kind of forced to, as you said, do it by himself. So
HTC just got no love for their jungler.
no love. They're like, you jungle, you pay money. You pay with your health.
And yeah, not too much going on. I mean, we did see that big level 1 fight, but laning seems to just settle down. Oh, nice look onto Cogmore there.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Down bot lane, they're just harassing Cogmore, not letting him have any time.
Yeah, well, sorry guys, I was
Anything at
10
all.
seconds behind. Forgot to catch up.
Oh, it's alright. Oh,
Another nice.
death sentence right on Liam. Is it Liam or Liam? Yam. I don't know.
Sure. We got Lee Yam. Sounds a bit funnier.
Liam, like a yam cake. Anyway, Magic R and Mango having a little bit of a trade. Both very tanky champions, both doing AP damage, and one burst, one DOT. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Misrat wants to get onto the wait for it. Oh, missing the condemn.
Yeah, they actually
Onto the
misfired a
turret.
little bit there. Went a bit too aggressive.
A little bit too aggressive. But if he landed the condemn onto the turret, I think he would have been able to pick it up.
We see Malphite on the top lane here is actually ruined up at Master. He's gone AP. Probably just so he can deal with that singed.
Yeah, a little bit of mana sustain. Because he's gonna have to poke an equal amount back.
Yep. A nice gank here from Nocturne after the Zed. Oh, he could be dead actually. In fact, that's first blood.
Oh!
Very nicely played here. And we saw the pings go up from Lux sort of about 20 seconds earlier, and they just set that up. I think Dunshin might be a little bit annoyed himself there because I felt like he.
Oh, that's not the Cogmore, putting him back 1 silver bolt, but then 1 Howling Gale from Liam is going to put him disengage. I think that he might want to consider recalling back before it's a little bit too late, and he will be recalling. Yes, he will.
We see a reversal last game. HTC are just dominant in the spot lane. He's got nearly triple cogs CS 5 minutes into the game. I would expect to see a gank from Nocturne, or at least some presence down on bot here reasonably soon. And saying that, he's just Thresh is just watered up.
Like, once again, we've seen nothing from Hecarim so far in this game.
Some people, I suppose, they're just not used to ganking so hard.
We might see him, as you say, he might come around for a gank on Lux here, because Lux doesn't have this warded, so... And he could be in a lot of trouble here. There goes the sprint. Lux's flash still down.
The devastating charge, right after Slater. Slater,
He has to be dead here,
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
gone.
yeah, he's ignited, he's dead, he's gone. And there we go, 1 for 1. Lux picking up the first blood, but Zed just picking up that 1 kill as well. This doesn't bring about 2 but even, but they are
Yeah, and that's a bit of a soft kill to give away, really. I mean, he didn't have that warded, his slash was down, and he was pushed way past over on the turrets. I mean, if you're playing against a Hecarim and his red buff, you just sort of can't be doing those sort of things.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Hecarim could have done that 2 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And it could have been first blood.
Could have been.
I see Singe just farming behind turret.
Well, he's absolutely smashed Mango down in lane. Like, there's not much Mango can do about it.
See Nocturne coming up for a potential gank here. And a nice Malphite.
Oh,
ult.
with an
That
unstoppable
could be a kill.
force. And
Oh, no,
Magic
he's gonna-
R.
And he's just gonna ghost away.
Yeah, he's gonna ghost away. It's got an ignite on him. Oh, Dungeon coming up. Gonna try to see if we can do anything about it. There goes the Mark of Death.
Oh, he
Gonna
missed
miss the
the
shuriken. But there we go,
Oh,
the
good.
devastating
It's gonna
charge.
die.
Dungeon gonna pick it up as well, actually. Great, great play by Galagege, just to save that gank.
Oh, nice hook onto Liam there.
Oh, misses the flail. Oh, come on, BSOP. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit skeptical about that Malphite pick versus Singe in the top lane, because Malphite sort of isn't traditionally one of those heroes you would pick to sort of grind down quite a tanky champion like Singe. Putting out some good damage. Oh, he gets hooked again by VSOP.
And that's
Oh, here comes Lux. Oh, it gets the binding, that's Vayne dead.
and there we go.
Oh,
The illumination play. Oh, and the final spark misses. Ooh, so
Critical
close,
misrep.
so clutch.
A good flash there by Misrat, but oh, that should have been a kill there, I feel. Oh, here comes it again onto Slater. Not having too much luck with those shurikens today, though. Oh, wait for it, it's just too far forward here. Oh, nice flash over the wall. But if we've done, we see that bot lane down on the Dream Team side, they've got no ward coverage at all. Like, absolutely none in that river or in Tribrush, so Zed's just sort of happily roaming around. And wait for it just shouldn't be there. It slashes down. And he's just dead. Ooh, and a flash forced by Janna there as well. Oh, and a flash, Janna forced to use her flash.
That's the second time that he's known that Zed's there, and he's just hung around too long.
Yeah, sorry Scott, that was a little bit poor from wait for it there. I mean, he was down there, he was low, he knew Zed was hanging around, and he didn't see Zed pop up getting lane. He just used flash, he's down past river, no ward coverage. All Zed did there was just, oh, we see a killer.
The shadows right onto the Mark of Death, and oh, Mark of Death popping at the very, very end of that engagement. Lux was going down there. Zed is gonna snowball out of control, guys. He's got 4 kills, 1 death. He's gonna move into a brutalizer right after this, and then he might even move into a blade of
That's
Rune
just
King.
exactly. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, that's exactly what you don't want to see. HTC. I mean, that's exactly sorry. What down on Dream Team don't want to see on HTC. The 4 kills early on Zed. That's gonna be big.
Yeah.
No, man.
So I mean, that's just gonna have potential against a hero like Lux to just all in him, right up and kill him.
Hard out. And he's just gonna go dive in, Mark of Death that Lux, throw an extra, you know, Shadow Clone, do triple damage, and then do double of that damage with the Mark of Death. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And it's good to see that Hecarim, now that he's, you know, finished his set piece early game farm, he is just going from lane to lane, doing what he can. I just would like to see those ganks coming out a minute or two earlier, because it's definitely doable on Hec.
Yeah, I think he may.
But
I think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Magic R getting loose in Singularity, and the light binding on him. There goes the shield from Slater onto Dr. Faggot. Dr. Faggot getting the fear on the Magic R. Magic R gonna flip Slater.
We see Zed collapsing. Zed is probably gonna collapse up here.
Oh, there goes the final spark. Malphite's coming down as well. Will he get that unstoppable force? Yes, he will. Looks like Magic R will go down the Malphite right there.
An interesting decision by Dungeon there just to push the turret. I really felt he could have collapsed into the jungle and maybe gone for that kill.
He might have been able to pick up Slater actually.
Yeah, I mean, he had his ult up, but he just decided to push that turret.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go, the flail on Liam. And there's so much damage on Liam right now. There goes the Monsoon to get the disengage, but Wait for is in a bad position as well. There goes the death sentence right on him. Get us the condemn.
Nice by Jada.
He's going to go right down. They're exhausted, but it looks like Wait for is going to go down. Galagege is going to pick up. Galagege is going to pick up Jana.
Well, what we did was there, Slater just got the shutdown onto Shen, so that's 500 gold for him.
Yeah, but I hope they do Dragon here. You've just wiped out bot lane. You'd think you've got your jungler right there. You think this would be a perfect time to dragon.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
strange. I really would have expected to see a dragon there.
I would expect to see a dragon there. But just to make a note of what you said before about Hecarim not getting ganks off early, it might be due to the fact that his team isn't letting him get those smiteless
Oh,
niches.
definitely. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a huge bit of it because he has to go back and buy essentially before getting red.
Because he's gonna be too low. He's gonna die to the red buff if
Yeah.
he does it.
Well, he's
Absolutely.
probably not going to die, but even if he gets it, he's not going to be in any position
On
to
hold,
do
we see
anything
we
with
see
it.
actually Nocturne collapsing on bot here, so they're gonna HTC's gonna have to be very careful not to get caught out. He's gonna walk straight over the ward, I think.
And then the paranoia does not come on. He's just gonna go there, scan him off a little bit, and walk on out of there.
Yeah, and I suppose one thing is to notice Heck last game as well. He spent a little bit of time wasted hanging around for that mid gank that didn't really get him anything. So they may just been a decision by him this game to just pick up those buffs and then go for the ganks. And we see Zed all in onto Slater, but a bit of a waste of his ult there, and he could be in trouble. He could just be dead.
Oh, flashing
Mud slash.
shadow.
Paranoid doesn't do anything there.
There we go. Oh, just ran out just a second to.
Oh, the Dustbringer picks him up.
Q face.
Yeah, he had 1 second on his living shadow there to get away. Just too long. Yeah, HTC is probably a little bit disappointed that Zed got that extremely strong start and just hasn't seemed to capitalize on it. You see Vayne ulting here to get a bit of damage on to wait for it.
And the Singe TP!
And as a Singe TP, Magic
There we go.
Arc doing his job, coming down right time. It looks like they pick up another wait for it, waiting too long on bot lane. And they're gonna pick up that dragon right now and nearly uncontested. Nocturne is not there, Lux isn't bothering, Jana can't do anything.
Lux might try not, Lux doesn't try not. And, you know, good work from Singe there, but I feel down on Dream Team just hasn't learned their lesson at all. I mean, they got caught up by that so many times last game, that Singe teleport. And then, although I think they did pick towards the bot brush thing at some point, but, I mean, it was just simply a teleport gank down, drop your spells, kill.
No, absolutely.
And that's another thing about a hero like Malphite. I mean, he can't really take full advantage and just sort of completely shove that lane when Singe does teleport, because he just doesn't have that pushing potential.
Oh, wait for it out a little bit too far in the front there.
You see the Malphite and Nocturne both collapsing here.
Exhausted goes.
Malphite's ult is up, and nice.
There goes the unstoppable force right on top of him. It looks like he will go down here to Dr. Faggot. Dr. Faggot also getting the CC with the fear. And
So they are going to give up top tower for that.
Absolutely. And it might be it'll be worth it if they manage to pick up this bottom turret, but I'm not sure if they're willing to do that. It looks like they're trying to back on out of their way for it, not feeling too confident right now with this little fishy.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And if we look at the CS difference between Singed and Malf, like 103 to 86, that Singed is going to have his ages very soon. He's going to have it the next time he buys, and then it's really just going to be very annoying.
He's gonna scale so well into late game, and he's gonna be tanky. He's gonna have AP, and then on top of that, with a Rylace, Crystal Scepter, it'll be game over, guys. He'll just run around, no one can catch him, and he'll kill your whole team by himself. Unless he gets caught out, of course. But there we go. VSOP
Get
getting
caught out a little bit here, but
bot lane. Yeah.
I don't think they had the damage. Oh, they're going to turn this with Hecarim actually.
Galagege, there we go.
Straight
There
and there comes the ult.
Steering Liam backwards, Flail pushing him forward, but Mistrat is gonna pick that up.
That's just
with
more
his
kills
moves.
onto Vayne, which you just don't want happening.
There's a lot of kills onto the carries, onto the hyper AD carries right now. One snowballer and one late game hyper carry. So they kind of have their mid and late game quite secure at the moment. Just really comes down to who's gonna get caught out the most. Magic R, of course, pushing so hard, just going all out.
And Slater on Luxie actually doing quite a good job of containing the Zed, who did have that 4-for-1 start as we said earlier. He just managed to sort of stay alive in lane, and Magic are actually diving onto Mango here. We see Lux collapsing up.
Well, he's just going to proxy waves 24/7. And why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's just going to farm up for a bit more, get huge, and then make some plays.
Ooh,
Does
Magic
actually ult
R
there.
taking the.
Should be dead if not his
There
ult
is
stuff.
paranoia.
Oh, again though, the paranoia.
No
Just
vision, no vision.
But yeah, if I was him, I'd be looking to hit 200 CS and then start making plays. Or just anytime your teleport's up.
There we go, mid turret just goes down to a 3-man push by HTC. And Slater running back to defend this, but not sure how much he's going to be able to do here. Lux does have good wave clear, but 3 heroes just beating on that turret.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
There we go. So his turret score is now 4-0, so that's a lot of global gold. We see HTC has a 6,000 gold advantage, only 17 minutes in.
And if we look at the
5.5.
gold difference on the ADCs, like 5.7k to 3.9, it's a 1.8k gold advantage.
Yep, and we're about to see Dragon come up in about 2 minutes, so let's see if down on Dream Team we can sort of get their act together and actually contest an objective. I don't mean to sound too critical, but we've just seen HTC take Dragon after Dragon after Dragon, like 4 in a row last game. They've got 1 this game as well. And that's not really something you can just be giving up repeatedly. And if we look down to the 80 carries, actually, Cogs managed to catch up a little bit on CS, but Vane's just got that big advantage still because of those kills. Yeah, and Vane nearly 2,000 gold ahead of Cog here, less than 20 minutes into the game.
And for those who have just tuned in, this is the final game of the best of 3 series between
Vane
HTC
actually going,
and down on
Vane
the
actually going forward
Dream
with Cog
Team.
here on bottom, wait for it. Just not gonna get him.
Oh, Mistry going ham to no avail, however.
Sorry, I think I cut you off. Yeah, just yeah.
No, it's alright.
Game
No,
3
it's
there.
alright. Oh yeah, so it's the best of 3. It's the last of the best of 3 series, guys. Thanks to those who have just tuned in. So this final game will decide who is going to move on towards the semifinals. Down on the Dream Team or HTC 2, and these teams are just so cutting it so close right now. Unspeakable Horde goes in the dungeon. Dungeon has to fall on back out of there, but he's gonna walk on. It looks like they're trying to go to push on his bot turret. They have 4 members down bot and a Singe with a teleport, so it's looking pretty promising right now. Dempton does not land on the wait for it. Just sitting there trying to farm patiently, but Lux has that amazing wave clear, so they're gonna push that up, and it looks like they're gonna try and move on through their jungle. Might try to catch them out at their buffs.
But if you look at the number of wards that HTC have got out on the map, not just on the right-hand side of the jungle, but the left-hand side as well, Singe has got that forward ward so he can just keep that pressure on top lane.
Absolutely.
Very nice steal there by Malphite, walks him in queues.
Very nice.
That's embarrassing.
Perfect
That's
timing. Outsmited by a Q.
He did pick up that chalice in the end. Yeah, but if you see down on Dream Team, they've only got 2 wards on the entire map, which is you know, just not that great really. It's been a bit of a recurring theme this sort of series of matches, just not enough ward coverage.
And you see that a lot in you see that quite a lot in games. Sometimes a lot of wards don't go down because they're so focused on objectives they forget to keep that coverage open, and they feel that 1 ward in a certain place is enough. But
And then we see Dragon just picked up again by HTC.
absolutely uncontested. No wards were given.
Oh,
Oh,
I
there
think
goes
I'm
that's a
trying
good
to
start.
pull it out there.
He gets nailed backwards. One suits them in front of him, and that's gonna come out of recall and just pick them up with the shurikens.
And here comes a Singe teleport as well.
Oh, and it looks like they just put pressure this bot lane because they want to top lane Malphite's there. He's not gonna be able to make it in time if they push this hard enough.
Yeah, and Jano actually used a flash there, not to full effect, just kind of went slightly over a wall. And actually used the ult as well, so that's not going to be up for this next team fight if they try and defend either this turret or the base one.
And look at that Heck. Heck just took like a binding, a slow, and some hits from Cogmore and didn't even scratch him. That Spirit Fire, that Spirit Visage is paying dividends.
And look at Hecarim's build right now. He's gone to that Spirit Visage just because he knows that Lux does quite a bit of damage. He's going to take quite a bit of it, and he wants a little bit more sustain, a little bit more health. But maybe he could have gone into something a little bit tankier than that. Maybe.
Well,
Because,
Spirit Visage is a pretty core item because it just makes his W so much more powerful.
Yeah, it's got that synergy. We might see a team fight actually happening here. Zed actually is pushing mid, so if Down and Duke can engage this, then we see the ult on the Mistrad. The Fear is going to proc. They might pick up Vayne instantly here. Nice, well
There
done.
it goes, the combo.
That's what they needed. They're going to pick up. They're probably going to pick up. Oh no, nice ult from Heck there. Sin's going to run away. They might lose mid in for this. I mean, they've got to react to this, or Zed just going to take it down.
Zed just doesn't give.
I mean, there goes the turret.
My 80 carry for your base turret. Sure.
And a good
I'll
job
take
by
that.
Heck. They're cancelling those recalls. I mean, that's something we don't see enough of. Although Malphite and Lux do manage to get away, but he's not going to get it actually.
It's gonna come really, really close, though. It's gonna drop really low. That one warrior minion. Look at that one warrior minion. Oh my gosh. What a hero.
As we said earlier in the game, I mean, if if Down on the Dream Team want to win these team fights, they need to get engaged like that. Like the Malphite ult plus the Paranoia onto that Vayne. He got the Fear proc as well, and he just got dropped by, I think he was finished off by a Lux ult there.
Absolutely, and Faggot hasn't exactly built too much damage himself. He's built quite conservatively with that iron, Locket of Iron Solari, two cloth armors and a Madrid. Hasn't even finished his lantern yet, but he's still doing enough damage to take down that Vayne. He's still doing enough and getting a good ult, and able in the sense that he is able to dive the enemy carry. But I suppose that wasn't the trade they want.
And that
Ooh,
Lux ult
nice
just not doing much there. We see the Sin sprint. Oh, and Lux could get picked here. The flash is up, so yeah, nice use of flash there. And the thing with that Lux ult is like you can afford to spam it a little bit because it's on just over a minute cooldown at the moment.
Down on the Dream Team really just doesn't want to be caught here. So they lose somebody, you know they're going straight for the
so much
mid.
damage.
Oh, nearly a clutch choke there.
An ultimate and a flash being burned on Malphite. That's pretty good.
That's big. I mean, no Malphite, just like, that's critical. That just cancels out their ability to hard engage really hard.
And Cog's bot, like they're gonna dunk mid.
Yeah, I'm not
Here it
actually
comes.
sure what Cog is doing bot here. Like, that's just inhib gone.
Yeah, and him's gone.
I mean, maybe, like, potentially they felt they couldn't defend it without the Malphite ult, so why not get the Cogs and farm? But, you know, interesting decision.
Well, he's gonna get this bot turret, but are they just gonna go straight to Baron? No, I don't think they are, but not cancelling the recall. So if Cog hangs around here, he's gonna get Z'd.
I think he may back up as soon as he gets his turret, though. Oh, watch out. Watch out, Scott. Zed's coming for you.
Yeah,
Oh, it's about to go
He's
very
dead.
bad for Cog here.
Oh, there goes the slow, but there goes the shadow clone.
Oh,
Minus
Zed's
auto
ult
attack.
actually is up, so, oh wait, no, it is, sorry.
Oh, now it is. Okay, there it is.
Wow, that
Wow.
was
Wow,
that
so
was
clutch.
interesting.
So clutch. Dungeon
I mean,
almost
Zed has
died.
played that a little bit. I don't think that should have been as close as it was. I'm not sure if his ult was just off cooldown or if he was saving it for some reason, but
I think it was
But it was
just
interesting at the end, the way he flashed away, then kind of turned round, and then was like,
yeah.
Will he die? Is he gonna die? Yeah.
am I gonna die? He didn't seem too sure about what was happening in that fight, but they are gonna look to pick up Baron here, and this is gonna be very dangerous. Like, the Malfault is now, oh, it's not up yet, but it will be soon.
Oh, and that's one thing to note actually that like Templates just pointed out, the Cog didn't actually use his Blade of the Ruined King that fight, which in that close a fight that would have made the difference.
It would have made the difference. It would have just stolen some of health, give him a little bit more health. He would have lived, and Zed would have gone down.
Yeah, and like, you know, sometimes it's easier to forget to use items like that in like a big fight when you're sort of focused and so clutch, but it's really something you've got to be doing. Because that would have been really, really big if he'd picked off Zed there. That would have like forced HTC to cancel their push top, and if they didn't, then he could have just pushed on towards him. But I know, I feel like he just outstayed his welcome a bit. I mean, Zed kind of misplayed that. That's why the fight was so close. But in all reality, yeah, I mean, a Zed vs Cogman fight should not have been as close as that. He should have just ulted and taken him out straight away.
Absolutely. It looks like Dr. Faggot's gonna push down bot lane here.
And Dragon's up. Let's see who this one. And wow, look, HTC
Yep.
within 10 seconds of Dragon being up, are collapsing on it.
Yeah, they've just got
Already.
that timer down perfectly.
So objective focused. Dana and the Dream Team don't even know it's there.
And that's what HTC1's very good at. I haven't played against them before in the past. They are sort of good at just focusing down those team objectives and then just grouping up and pushing their advantage. And as we see, Singed, I mean, his score doesn't justify his impact on this game. I mean, he's 0-1-2, but he's had a lot of nice teleport ganks. He's just been a constant nuisance in top lane. And, like, I'm not quite sure how Down is going to deal with this, because they can't really just leave that Singed alone, or he'll just push top lane out. And his teleport's coming up. His teleport is up, so we'll just see what they do. It's interesting to me as well that Zed actually hasn't built Blade of the Ruined King these days, which I thought was reasonably common, just because it gives you that little bit of extra damage with your ult. The ult proc afterwards, but so he seems to have just gone for the straight AD. And Malphite in a lot of trouble here. But Mantis Knight's not
doesn't
good.
care too much right now. Oh, there goes the onslaught of shadows right onto Slater. Slater gonna get burst down by Dungeon. Dungeon's gonna get monsoon backwards, but that's coming a little bit too late to save his AP carry.
And that's going to be the turret, and
Destroyed.
you'd think they might look to pick up an inhibitor, or are they a little bit low? I suppose Zed's a little bit low.
Well, Magic
That's
Art's
what they-
just going to put the pressure on top.
Yep.
There's
You'd
a
have to
list
think
to push down that turret.
HTC would probably be looking for a Baron fairly soon. I mean, they should absolutely shred down Baron with that Vayne with Blade of the Ruined King, just that double house shred.
Red team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
We see purple team's inhib about to come up again, so but there looks like HTC has gone down to Baron. So we'll have to see what they do to react here. And interesting, we see Singed actually just zone Cog out of this fight and take the Malphite away.
Slain Baron Nashor.
Oh,
And that was quite a nice play by him, actually. Because it looked like that Down Under's Dream Team were going to collapse quite nicely onto that Baron, but Singed just came around the side, completely zoned out the Malphite and the Cog from that fight, and there's just nothing they could do.
Oh,
They
there
kept
goes the
this
onslaught of
game
shadows right into the heart of the.
Yeah, and
And
that's game.
I mean,
Getting
Malphite
that
did
kill from Vayne. Vayne just kiting that Malphite all day long.
and that's all of that we said in Champions League this game. I mean, the Malphite got us ult down on the Vayne there, but Lux is dead, so unless they can chain ults onto the Vayne and one-shot him, they're just not going to win team fights.
And man, did you see that engage by Hikrim? Just dives right in there, doesn't give two shits. They would have prepared for it. He just devastating charge, saw him too late.
And Nocturne just getting shredded.
Absolutely demolished. This might be GG, guys. HTC might take this one away.
I have a feeling that's game, unless, I mean, that Cogs could be dead. Let's say pull off a miracle here. It's just going to take this down.
Paranoia goes out,
That's-
the Nexus goes down. There we go, GG. Best of 3 going to HTC. Very close game out of a best of 3. Well played by both teams.
Yeah, it did seem that HTC were just sort of quite dominant that game, really. And I really feel that Down on the Dream Team just let themselves get outpicked and outbanned in that game.
And once again, they just continued their strategy of being all over the objectives. You know, we didn't see the full of the first game, but they came back in that second game and they just locked down their play. They smashed all the objectives they want to. They didn't let, the first blood go into the other team, get them, down. They just sat there. They knew what they wanted to take. They took it and they went on and won the game. And they did the exact same thing in the third game.
Yeah, and in game 2 there, particularly when HTC looked to be falling a little bit behind at certain points in that game, the fact that they were down massively CS in bot and mid, and I believe they might have been slightly up in kills, was reasonably even. But just the fact that they got those 4 dragons in a row, I mean, that's something like over 3,000 global gold to their team, which you simply can't be giving it that much gold up uncontested to a team in like particularly a good fives team. I mean, sure, in solo queue you might just get away with it at some point, but I mean, when you're playing at this level, it's usually not going to work out for you.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You're going to have a bad time.
All right, guys, that is the best of 3. The best of 3 match, and this is our first matchup for today. So we have one more in the losers bracket right now. That was the winners bracket. Unfortunately, we aren't able to cover the other winners bracket match either. So hopefully we get to see what happens in the next losers bracket. So it looks like Down Under Dream Team going to go into the losers bracket right now, and they'll have one more chance to win the $1,000 by going through the losers bracket. Then they have to win every single best of 3 up to the finals.
I
That's
thought
no easy
VGR
task.
I thought VGR were playing against VGN at 1.
Oh, they are, but that's